how often does the Malice at the Palace get mentioned to you, even still to this day?
Bro, that's always been a sensitive topic for me, man. So much had changed, was changed, so much was affected. So when people always would say something to me, I would just tense up about it, right? I'm already aggressive, mentality. So it's like I didn't really want to talk about it. And I was a little bit upset because I thought it was more celebrated than it was broken down in the way it should be, right? And so when you in a situation and you go into these arenas and you expect for the intensity, for the opposing crowd to be, that's what makes sports, right? You want to go and you want to perform against, all odds. But to be in a situation where just an unfortunate situation happened and then the narrative be created and delivered to the public, and you don't have an opportunity to even explain. So people don't realize we wasn't able to talk about this thing for 10 years. Man. So when the narrative's being created, right, we had, legal, civil, like we had all kind of, state, charges in this process. And to have to sit mute and watch people not only dissect you as a person, as a player, but your entire league. Right, because then it became more about, hey, the league is too hood, it's too hip hop, it's too this, it's too that. They need to put in a dress code, and that was tough for me, man. That was, for a person that really had to really get it out of the mud, to watch things be dismantled and people react. You can understand initially how the NBA would react or how teams would react when it initially happened, but when the smoke cleared, that was the one that was most disappointing because anybody in that right situation, from my perspective, I can't speak for Ron, I can't speak for Jack on why they did what they did, but a lot of it is when it comes down to, when you talk about leadership, right? Leadership, people think it's about being in a corporate office or being at your house. But when people in your ass and they trying to hurt you and your teammates, leadership kicks in as well, right? And so, like I said on Zebo and Tony Allen's podcast, that was like my first time really getting in depth in it. Outside of that, that Netflix deal, was people don't realize a dude had just grabbed me around my neck, right? And so I had just got the guy off me, put him on the scores table, and if you look at the clip, right, you'll see me look this way. And you see the same guy that I hit was the same guy that Ron got into it with, the same guy that was on top of Anthony Johnson. They were on the court that long. And at that point, I'm not only trying to defend myself, but I'm trying to defend others, because now we ain't got no help. Right. And so, it bothers me that we're 20 plus years post that and people still talk about that. That's something that, I don't want to be remembered for, because I feel like I gave more to the game than putting somebody down, right? But I would say this in that perspective, it's a human part of this, man, that people have to recognize, man. If one of those people hit me in the head with that chair or those brooms or all that stuff that they were trying to hit us with and killed me, then who would have been taking care of my family? Right? Is it being a thug, or is it taking care of business where you can get out of there, and get home safely and soundly? And that's the thing that I think was mishandled in a very poor way. Not initially, because I understood that, but once the smoke cleared, you could have just came back and said, you know what? And again, this is me talking about me. Sport J.O. won the Community Assist Award 3 times, right? He put millions of dollars into the communities. Right? He had never been to jail. He had never did this. He never did anything like, right. But you're gonna say that this one punch on this man that, by the way, was trying to hurt my teammate, is going to define who he is, and that's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy. People make decisions all the time, and that is control decisions. But this I didn't have any control in this situation.
For real. Do you think, like, a lot of the frustration as a basketball player, where you were going, do you think a lot of frustration comes for you came back that year, right? Mm-hmm. That because of this, did you feel the NBA was like, yeah, we don't want to put you on the All NBA team. We just going just keep your name out of the light for themselves to feel better. Like you was being like they was looking past what you were doing on the basketball court and say, oh yeah. You know, he's averaging this 20 and 9, it's 24 and 10.
24 that, yeah.
Yeah, 24 and 10, just, you know, don't mention them so people don't talk about it. And it kind of like stop you from just jumping to that next level of who you actually was.
Yeah, I can't honestly, bro. I can't even fathom what they were thinking about because when you go through that legal process, bro, it's to the very detail, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you go, you know, with me taking the NBA to court, you know, and say, you know, hey, that's not right, and I win. And that's broken down to, you know, to a federal judge, and he says, okay, well, nah, this is crazy. You should have never been suspended, right? You think about that part. But it went deeper for me because I put the NBA aside. The NBA has been amazing to me and my family. Mm-hmm. Right? Amazing, right? And I don't have anything negative to say about the NBA because, you know, very few of us, you know, get an opportunity to do that. The thing that really hurt me more than anything is because when I already had a tough upbringing, right? And then, you know, then I had this thing with my dad, right? And I met my dad. I didn't meet my dad till I was 13 years in the NBA. I was 30 years old, right? So I was already battling this demon every day, bro. Literally, I would see a teammate or a peer, and he'd be with his daddy, and I'm triggered right away, right? And I carried that since I was like a little boy. Right. And so I had these amazing moments and I ain't had nobody to share it with. So I never felt valued, you know, if you will. Right. And so as I got older, it was this thing where I'm battling this demon every day. I don't have a moment to, like, when I'm going through my struggles, to call my pops and say, yo, hey, pops, I need you to help me out here. I need you to come and check on me. I need you, you know, hey, are you proud of me, man? Or what do you think about this? I ain't had that moment. Right. And so when I got to Indy, it was like this love that was created. Like, I love that city, bro. I love that organization because they gave me a chance to show what I really was, right? I love Portland too for giving me opportunity, in the Allen family for drafting me at 17, but I didn't have any success there, right? And so when I got to Indy, it was one of those things where I was like, man, I'm willing to run through the wall for this, right? I'm willing to support. You know, I took on the city as I was born there, right? And so to watch that situation back away from me in the time that I needed them the most, that broke me, bro. Like, I'm talking about, bro, it was one of those things, bro, where if you know, and I think that's why I'm around kids so much, because I get and I understand, like, the challenges, right? When you deal with abandonment issues and you're trying to figure out your worth and the value that, you know, you believe that you should get based off the working time that you put into things, right? Because you can go the other way, right? You can go, you know, whoop somebody ass, go to jail, you know, prison, whatever it may be. You can choose other ways to do it. But when you do it right, and that value is deteriorated because of a situation, that part really bugged me out. And I was so hurt from it because I thought for sure at some point somebody would have came and say, you know what, he just a good quality dude, bro. Like, he do it the right way, right? And it never came, and it made me bitter towards anything basketball, bro. Like, anything. I was bitter towards the Pacers. I was bitter towards the NBA. That's why I wouldn't do. I've been asked to do television a lot, and I just like, nah, I ain't doing it, bro, because I didn't feel that level of support. So beyond what actually happened, it's the reaction. Mm-hmm. To me, that was the worst part of it, and I had to deal with it and try to shake it off. And honestly, just now coming to peace with it.
No, same with the gun in the locker room situation. You know, it was like everything I've done for the city, right? You know, scores for schools, you know, all the give backs, and a situation that happens that has no victim, just two niggas just being stupid. And I get thrown out and outcasted, and it's like I do one mistake. The 99 things I've done, it all gets clear with one mistake. Then it came to the point then, the fuck is it all for then?
Nope.
Right? Why do I need to help anybody? Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm batting 99% and this is how I'm treated. Right. So I went into a dark place. I remember when I got traded, I grew my face hair because I don't want you to recognize me no more. And then when I moved to, when I got traded to Orlando, I tinted all my windows black. So people didn't even know I lived there. Throwing up every morning, didn't watch basketball, you know, went into just hiding. And then I realized at the end of the day, no one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
So if you're not gonna care, then I'm not gonna care. So that's when No Chill was built. Then I'm gonna build my armor back, and then I'm gonna just be more vicious.
Yeah.
Right, and then throughout the way I just found the love again. So I got my personality back. But you know, just like what you're saying, that you know, when you give, and you mess up one time, human nature, human behavior, and everything you've ever done gets thrown out the window. They only remember you for this. That's crazy.
Crazy, right? And it's so crazy, man. Like, it's crazy to hear your story because I never, like, all of my love was gone. Like I didn't have the same desire. It's like showing up to the crib and you got a joint, you know, that you support, and you know, like your wife or whatever, girl, whatever, and you know she don't care nothing about you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know she doing you wrong, intentionally doing you wrong. Right? That is a hard pill to swallow when you're a competitor, right? You know, the league is too good, like, not to have fire, because if you don't have that fire desire, you're gonna melt down anyway because the players are just too good.
Mm-hmm.
And from my perspective, as soon as that happened, when that love lost, my body broke down.
Yep.
Right? Because I was no longer my mind was in a different place, bro. And it was tough, bro. Like it was like this thing, this consistent thing. It was like, bro, my son was born premature, right? And in my mind, I'm like, bro, what did I do? Right? You know, and his lungs collapsed. Then my mother, right after that, like my mother, her boyfriend or her husband, you know, shot himself in his head. I gotta hold him together, right? Literally, like all of this stuff happened, like boom, right after that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was hard to love the game, especially when you felt like the game didn't love you back.
Yeah. Is it the support y'all want from a certain individual, or just a whole of the team or a city? Like what?
The same people that was patting you on your back when you're doing well, you want them same people to have your back when things are not going so well.
That's
for
what
you.
I'm saying. But
Right?
it's like,
it ain't just one particular person.
I know, but his teammates of it. He could be there, because I know I was trying to get you.
No, you were trying. Yeah, you seen me go from still being cool to like, man, fuck all this, man.
Always.
You know what? Me personally,
that's what it is.
I don't know who I wanted the love from, but I know it had to be from something bigger than what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with 5 or 10 people that I didn't know. Right? You saying fuck you. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know y'all anyway. But not the motherfuckers I helped.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like my teammates not calling me.
That hurt the most. And
like,
they just wanted to
I remember they told you, hey, don't call them no more. Yeah. The fact that you niggas listened.
Yeah.
Did you listen to them? Yeah. Right? I'm letting you niggas use my credit card. Y'all can charge y'all. Yeah, they can use my credit card.
They told them not to call you no more, bro?
Yeah, charge the food. You can charge my room on you. You go there, you got a little joint, and you want to buy some bottles and charge it to my room. And I didn't care. So the fact that y'all wasn't checking on me and y'all was really going on like, yeah, fuck all this, nigga. I'm going to be the all-star now.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where it was like, yeah. Right? I'm good. Just give me my motherfucking money. Right? So when people think I got blackballed, no, I just said, you know what? I'm getting paid to sit on the couch. This is my thank you. Thank you, Gilbert. 3 years, sit on the couch, $66 million. That was my reward. And I was like, I don't need to run, jump, hum, nothing, no more. And I get $66 million sitting on my motherfucking couch, and that's what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do one more line drill for nobody because I did 3 times a day, right? I sacrifice fucking 3 injuries in 14 months for the organization, for somebody to say, hey, yo, GA, we like what you're doing. So the fact that I didn't get that, it was like, all right, I'm going to just sit on the couch, collect these checks then. Cool, I'm
I
good.
understand how big that be sometimes. All you want is a checkup, shit.
It's just a checkup. Hey, G, how you doing?
Man.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, boss. I'm working. I'm working on my leg.
Right?
I got this game ready on, waiting for next season. I don't know what I wanted, but it felt like I needed something.
Out of sight, out of mind, dog.
Yeah. That's why even today, like, I won't say, the players I do, but when a player gets injured or something happens to him, even though I don't know him, I send a, hey, man, how you doing? I hope you're doing good this week. Man, just keep going. Right now, because I know how I felt then. I don't even know these motherfuckers half the time. Hey, send a DM. You might not see it for fucking 3 years from now, but this shit's gonna be in there.
Well, Jermaine, we know you got to take off, man. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to pull up. Jermaine O'Neal, the legend. Appreciate all the stuff you're doing for the community, too, giving back with the coaching. Looking forward to seeing your son do his thing at SMU as well, J.O. Appreciate you.
Man. Hey, fellas, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I got to say this, Gil, Pacers in 6.
Uh-oh.
Hey, because I'm a bandwagon jumper, I do got my Pacers stuff ready to go.
I was about to say, didn't you just have a jersey or something like
Yeah. Oh, no, because I'm a Laker fan, so right now I'm just all over the place and I'm celebrating. So if y'all do win, you will see me at the parade. For sure.
It'd be me and you both then.
J.O., appreciate you, brother. Take care, man. Thank you for pulling up to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa.
All right, fellas.
So quick before we go to Mostly fans, I wanted to talk about your reaction. You talked about Malice in the Palace. So I remember I was a senior in college, 2004, at my grandmother's house watching this thing go down. We all played in the Pac-10. You know, when you go to places like Oregon, Stanford, they could be really rowdy, right? And you live for that opportunity. I wish one of these fans would do something crazy so we could, put hands on them. But when I look back at the reaction of the league in that moment, I don't think the Pacers did anything wrong, right? You had Artest sitting on the table, headphones on, somebody throws something at him. Maybe the reaction is overblown, but if he just sits there and nothing happens, that game ends, they go on about their day. But what was your experience like watching?
There's only a few cities.
Yeah,
I'm just saying there's only a few cities that the crowd is just as active as the play. Like, there's just some cities that they can't have certain personalities over there. You know what I mean? Like, Detroit, they couldn't have Kenyon or goddamn Draymond Green because they act just like them.
But what is the odds of that shit just landing right on his face?
Oh, that was a great ass pass.
That's a great.
But
That's what
it's just a great ass pass. You know what I mean?
Like, and it's who it hit. Like, what if it would have hit Ken?
But like
that motherfucker too.
No, but it just.
Nah, I don't know.
See the thing.
I don't know.
So this
Kenyon
is
was
so he wouldn't have never got.
See, that's why I'm trying to
Just
see.
hear me out. It would have never got to that point because me and Ben would have threw hands.
Oh,
Ben pushed me, I'm throwing hands. It would have never got to anything further.
crowd.
It would have never got to Malice in the Palace.
Oh, you thought, okay.
But you don't think the fans would have reacted anyway?
No.
Just that fan group?
No. If Ben and Ron fouled Ben, right?
Yeah.
Ben got up, pushed Ron in the chest. Game stops.
And he
Right?
did the act.
He pushed him, they throw hands, they both get kicked out of the game. There's nothing else after that. That's my whole thing with the whole thing from the beginning, from the very first, when it first happened.
Don't you feel like he was like attacking?
But fuck no, but he's supposed to be two. No, so this is my thing. Like Ron's supposed to be like their muscle, so to speak. Right at that point, he's made a name. He's making a name for himself. They are this. So Ben is known of that. So Ben wanted action. Ron didn't want the smoke.
But for Ron, he was getting fined all the time.
I was too.
And he was more antagonizing. Like
The year before that, I lost $370.
you messing with somebody to get.
You hear what I just said? The year before that, I lost $370,000.
But you ain't never just
Ben pushed me. We throwing hands. Fuck that fine, bro.
You never just got under somebody's skin.
No. See,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
that's
me watching that. Me watching the Malice in the Palace kind of gave me a better perspective on this.
Yes.
Ron Artest is more Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I was saying.
He's more of an antagonizer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Versus a
Yes.
So you know what I mean. So even to see the cup,
Yeah.
even to see the cup and he snaps,
And
that seemed odd.
I'm not 100% sure who threw it.
Yes, but it just seemed odd because that is not his. That's not his.
Because
Wasn't it?
so this is
Because he-
I take it a step further.
He
right?
wouldn't fight with a player.
He wouldn't fight Ben, but you will go fight him.
Yeah.
See, this
fought a
is
couple
this is
people
the
now.
bigger problem. So this is it's a bigger issue, right? You go fight him,
You don't know
but
how
you don't
people
want to fight
react.
the guy that just touched you.
Yeah.
So I'm.
You don't know how he gonna react though.
No.
But you're not 100% sure. But you're not 100% sure who threw it.
Because he's a fighter.
But it's more
right?
disrespectful.
Ron Artest is an agonizer. So I
You
got a
can't
problem
say,
with
You can't say he's just an antagonizer.
No.
Antagonizer?
Yes, 1,000%.
No,
because
no.
Because
Yes.
I'm having a problem with
Who
you.
has he fought, Nick?
No,
shit.
but that's what I'm saying. Me, I'm having a problem with you.
Yeah.
Right? An outside entity comes into the play.
Yeah.
That's what snaps. Like, Nick, whoa. Don't come in this world. That's why he goes up. It's like the Westbrook.
Yeah,
We got our
don't
little
come in
issue.
here, that's
You calling, you talking
Yep.
this, don't do
Don't
that.
come in this world.
That's where he snaps. Because as you coming into this world,
Yep.
me and this, we got understanding.
Yep.
Like, I already showed him, yeah, we good, right? You come in here, oh no, hell no. That's where that goes.
Yeah.
I seen his place when it all settles, and the only concern he had was, is Jermaine O'Neal
Yeah.
mad?
Yeah.
That, like, oh, Jermaine is the alpha male on the team.
Yes.
The quiet alpha male. He is the guy. Because as much energy as you had and you're going through it, your only concern
As if he
was,
mad.
is
That's because he won a championship though.
who?
Meta.
No, this is before Meta.
Nah, his thing was he let like Jermaine down because he.
If you gotta watch the video.
He look up to him.
I know.
Does he look up to him?
No, during after while they're in the hallway and all of that. After in the hallway, he's asking.
Yes, two things.
He said yes.
Is jail mad at him?
Is jail
You think
mad
we're
at
gonna get in trouble?
Yeah, that's a crazy. I'm saying
That's just letting because he knows
a sign that
if we
somebody
go in the
ain't
locker
got it
room
Because
and
if jail
Jermaine
mad at him-
jail mad at him, that shit's about to pop off in that locker room.
You know what I'm saying?
But he was
'Cause that-
that's sign of a crazy person.
No, that sounds as
yeah.
where is the crazy person?
I'm not
the real
worried
crazy
about Meta.
person
I'm not
was the
worried
nigga we
about-
just had.
I'm not worried about Meta being scared of nobody.
It ain't
The
about
crazy
That's what I'm
person
saying.
is the one that was.
So why do you
just
think he asked that question? then?
Why you think he asking? He didn't say.
Why'd you think
he
he
didn't
worried
say
about-
where is
So you think Jamal mad at me? You think Scott Pollard mad at me?
where is
He
Jermaine?
didn't-
Because
Man, Meta's a little.
here, just like
everybody
this,
know Meta.
he's laying on the couch. He's laying on the table. What did he say? I'm just laying on it. I'm not worried because I know my teammates got my back.
Bruh.
The one that kept everybody in control
It's J.O.
was J.O. He was the one that was the aggressor.
And that's why he said he needed to take care of his, protect his teammate. Anthony Johnson.
He's the
get jumped.
protector. He was the
Right?
protector of the team. You just didn't know it because he was quiet. But
So-
once he got going,
Yo,
it was hard.
so situation
Either
like
of the team.
hey,
He was both.
So what's the name
But
get
all
into
of
it? Nene get into it with Olo Candy. I come over there and Olo Candy automatically turns towards me because he think I'm finna do like it's that when you walk into a situation, people understand who you are. That's the J.O. shit.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to know, like, is this dude but like I said from the beginning, dog, it all could have been avoided.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it wasn't. And we all know the end result is but it's like I said, Gil nail on the head with he's antagonist. Like he's gonna do shit to poke you,
Yeah.
and do this shit when it's right.
Yeah.
So it all could have been avoided, and you're not 100% sure who threw the cup. No fucking.
It's
way.
like you just don't know if fans is gonna get it. Like when you seen it happen, like Ben, him, I didn't see no fight coming out of them two. Like Ben is, like even though Ben won a fight, he was just hot at the moment, but still Ben does have control. Like I don't see, like you gotta, like unless you lose it and it happened right there, but there was enough time for Ben to kind of like settle down a little bit.
He pushed me walking up on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got your teammates, so I didn't. it was one of those things
They
where
normally break it up.
was it was the perfect element for something like that, right? Once the crowd got involved, I can see, okay, Ron Artest going in the crowd, Steven Jackson going in the crowd. Okay, once it got to that point, then it was uncontrollable.
Oh, yeah, it's wildfire.
Yeah, but from Jermaine O'Neal's standpoint, we all know the clip, the dude who looks like Turtle from Entourage, walking up to him, squaring up. He slips as he tries to take off on him. He touched on a little bit in the interview, but he actually went to federal court. I think he ended up getting suspended 25 games for his role in the whole situation. That got reduced to 15. But he ended up going to the federal court, and the ruling was in his favor, basically, that he had the right to protect and defend himself in that moment. So I can understand his frustration with the league kind of painting all these guys as thugs, as bad guys.
Because you're in your work environment, dog.
Yeah.
But if somebody come to work and throw a cup at your face.
No, not even them. Like J.O., he in his work environment. He's on the floor.
He's on the floor.
He didn't go in the stand.
Yeah, that's my point.
He's still in his work environment, so that dude interjected himself into that man's work environment. So whatever came with it, J.O. was justified in his action.
Yeah, if somebody rucks up on you in that situation, squares up like they want to do something.
He should have got it. I mean, just if we're going to pick, he should have got a clean slate.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been a clean slate. Like, it didn't happen, like, our bad.
You ran out here on the
because
floor.
I'm
bro.
on the floor. I'm sitting here. This is no different from, I don't want to bring his name up because nothing happened, but it's no different than Pacers' father coming on there doing the towel thing.
Because if you run up on the right person.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, remember, we're penalizing the father because you're in his workspace.
Yeah.
But you threw J.O. to the wolves when he was in his.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it should be a clean slate, and whatever dirt is on a name, it should be wiped away because he didn't move nowhere. He's here.
It don't matter about
It's
winning
an
the
unfortunate,
stands or not,
ugly
though.
situation, man. But
You shouldn't be able to do shit to
like I
a
said,
player.
I just
that's what
from
I'm
the
saying.
Oh
beginning.
no, I'm talking about
I just
medal
said,
win.
I just been.
But now you're going. The stands is the fans' workplace.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I can't justify you leaving the court to go fuck somebody up. I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't justify that.
You don't know what's
because that means you're not holding your.
Alright, well, if a nigga throw shit at your face, you gonna sit there and let shit be on your face?
But they didn't do that.
They did. You don't know what's in the cup.
He didn't know who threw it.
Obviously, he did.
No, he did hit the wrong person.
He went after the wrong
He
guy.
hit the wrong person.
He went after the wrong guy.
It's documented. Nick hit the wrong person.
And then the dude who threw it, I think, was behind him.
Yeah, he hit the wrong person. You don't know 100% who threw it.
So I got to penalize that person who threw it, the real one.
Yeah, that's my. So
And then the person you hit, he got to penalize you too.
He went after the person he thought who threw it. You
Yeah,
saw that
you got
happen. You look
100%.
up like,
So
oh,
therefore, how
you
about-
laughing too hard.
Therefore, if you want to hit somebody, punch somebody, how about you punch the motherfucker that just tried to cave your chest in with this punch?
A push is a push.
He is a very
So
built
I
like a
want
gorilla.
to fight the person I can win personally.
Y'all
See, that's-
acting like
I'm
medal.
glad a lot of people in the world think that way. Kenyon ain't one of them.
Yeah,
I will. On that note, let's move on to Mostly Fans,
Medal fight.
presented by our friends at Underdog. Go ahead and download the app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick 'em.